Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time hearing this beautiful voice, please do yourself a favor and click on the subscribe button. I post mouth-watering recipes that are very easy to follow. So if you're looking to improve your kitchen skills or just try new recipes, I am the girl for you. So don't forget to click on the subscribe button, like and share this video. Today I'll be teaching you how to make Nigerian party style fried rice and some turkey by the side. Growing up, I used to look forward to eating fried rice. Every Nigerian party used to have jollof rice, but you see fried rice, only capable people used to serve fried rice at their parties, if you know what I mean. We're going to start by cooking our protein because we need that stock for the fried rice. So I started by cleaning my turkey and then I transferred it into a pot, added some chicken bouillon seasoning, some regular chicken seasoning, a bit of ginger garlic, some thyme and curry powder, stir it thoroughly and then just let it cook. So I added some water just to help it cook because I've used this turkey before and I know that I need to help it release its juices by adding some water. The trick to getting your protein perfectly seasoned to the point that when you break the bone, you can feel the seasoning in it is to over season your protein just a little bit. So for example, if you need like maybe 2 pieces of seasoning cubes, you can add 2.5 or 3. You get? Now it shouldn't be too salty. I did not say go and over salt it, but like when you taste the stock, you should be like, it's a little bit salty. That way you know that the meat is properly seasoned. And if you finish boiling and you feel like, oh, my meat is not too seasoned, like I can't really feel the seasonings, don't worry, broil it first or fry it or whatever, because I feel like when you fry it, it adds a little bit of saltiness to it. You get? Like, that's not, when you boil it, that's not the final taste. When you fry it or you boil it, that's when you know the actual taste. So I boiled my chicken for a bit, and when it had reached my desired softness, I transferred it to an aluminium foil and then I broiled it on low heat. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I don't fry my chicken or my beef or anything anymore. I just boil it, transfer it into a pan and then broil it on low heat, and it gives me the same result as fried chicken, but without all the extra oil and then without the oil bonds or the splashing. While my turkey is broiling, I'm going to get started on the fried rice because I've gotten the stock and that's what I was waiting for. So I put some oil in a pan and then added some onions and then some spring onions. And once that had, fried a bit and released its flavors, I added in my washed rice. So I washed this rice and then put it in a sieve to drain so that all the water can come out, because you can't fry it when there's still a lot of moisture in it. You need the rice to be very dry to fry it. Then I added in some bay leaves and then some fried rice spice. I love that Amawanda fried rice spice so much. If you don't have it, you can use whatever you have. And if you don't have any fried rice seasoning at all, you can add in some curry powder or some turmeric powder. And then you're going to start stir frying this rice. You're going to stir it while it's frying. Just be ready because you're going to stir it for a while so that it won't burn or so it won't stick. I feel like this process is very, very important if you want your rice to come out one and if you don't want your rice to spoil. It also adds a very nice flavor to the rice, so make sure you don't skip this step. Now I'm just adding in some onion powder and some garlic powder, and I'm going to continue stirring this rice. All in all, I think I fried this rice for about 10 to 15 minutes. Whatever works for you. If you're using a smaller quantity, you won't have to fry it this long. I was cooking quite a bit rice today, so I had to fry it for longer. If my rice was not properly drained, it will not fry like this or be coming out one. It will kind of be boiling or steaming. So that's why it's very, very important to drain the rice properly if you want it to fry. Now at this point, I'm adding in a blend of onion, green pepper, and then regular pepper. And then I'm adding just a little bit of water to cook this rice. Then I'm going to add in my stock. I'm straining it because I don't want, the pieces of onion or turkey or whatever, or the extra curry and all of those things. I don't want them in the rice. This is fine for jollof rice, but for fried rice, we usually do not add in those things. If you want to add it to your own, you can go on and add it. But for fried rice, we usually strain the stock. So once I've added in my stock, I'm just going to stir it to make sure that the water is, evenly distributed. Everywhere is, saturated with that water. Some places are not dry and some places have too much water. And then I'm just going to cover this with some foil. and then the lid of my pot to make sure that this steams properly. When I'm cooking rice, I cook it on like 2 or 3 very very low heat, because you don't need water to cook your rice. It's just steam that you need. So when you cook it on that 2 or 3, you won't need a lot of water, and your rice will not come out soggy or anything. It always comes out perfectly cooked. This was after about, I think, maybe 20-30 minutes. My rice was properly cooked, and it was time to start the fried rice properly. In a large frying pan, I put in some oil, and then I put in some cooked liver. Now I know that now we use sausage or gizzard or whatever, but the OG then, to make that proper Nigerian fried rice, it is liver that we use. So I boiled my liver with the same seasonings that I used to cook the turkey, and then I'm just frying it. And you're going to stir this for a while. You guys, frying this liver, it was just splashing and doing whatever I wanted to do. But anyways, once you fry that, it's going to give the fried rice such an amazing flavor, like from the oil and from the liver. It's don't just skip it. I recommend it. If you've not tried fried rice before, if you're looking for that old party fried rice taste, make sure you use liver. For this process that I'm doing, you want to use a wok, a large frying pan, or just a large pot or whatever, because we're going to do a lot of stirring and mixing, and so you need a large surface or a large surface to work with. Now I added in a bit of more oil, and then I put in my chopped onions. If you don't want to use oil, you can use butter or maybe chicken fat or whatever you have, beef tallow, whatever. And then we're going to cook the vegetables in it. So once the onions had softened a bit, I added in my bell peppers. I love bell peppers so much. Today I'm using a mix of green bell peppers, red bell peppers, and orange bell peppers. And while that had softened a bit, I added in my frozen vegetables, because that's what I had on hand. I didn't add the frozen vegetables first because they tend to have a bit of moisture, and if you cook it for long, aside it getting soggy, it's going to release some moisture, and we're frying this thing, so we don't want moisture, we don't want water. If you fry it too long, you start seeing water in the pan, and I don't want water at all. So, and I like my vegetables very crunchy, so I just cook it on very high heat, cook it quickly, and that's done. Don't forget to season your vegetables. You have to season every single component of this meal to make sure that your fried rice is banging. So I put in some seasoning cubes, some onion powder, garlic powder, and then I added in my fried liver, and then I'm just stirring everything to make sure that it is thoroughly combined. And when you take a bite of everything, so you're not just eating carrots or only liver or only green beans or only onions. You have a mix of everything in one spoon. Now you're just going to ensure that everything is thoroughly cooked and thoroughly seasoned, and we're going to take it out. If you like your vegetables very crunchy, then don't cook it for too long, 5 minutes max. But if you like yours very soft, then you can cook it for much longer. Now that the vegetables are cooked, we're going to start adding in the already cooked rice. Now you don't want to put in all of the rice at once, because that's going to make it a bit difficult to stir it. So you're going to do it batch by batch, like maybe start with quarter or half, and then you can add in the remaining later. So I'm adding in some of my rice, and then I'm just going to start stir frying it. So my heat is still on, but I put it on very low because I want this rice to fry, like still fry, still cook and everything. This way your rice will not spoil very quickly. You know that fried rice is very very notorious for spoiling before the end of the day. So by frying that rice thoroughly, by frying the vegetables, and by frying the rice when you mix it, it will not spoil, trust me. Now I'm going to add in my spring onions. You guys know I love spring onions so much. I don't play with spring onions. So I'm adding my spring onions, and then we're going to give it one last final stir to make sure that everything is thoroughly combined and the fried rice is ready. So you can see the proportion of the vegetables to the rice. That is perfect. You don't need too much rice to little vegetables, or too much vegetables to too little rice. You want it in like just equal proportion like this, and it's just perfect this way. I continued stirring this for like maybe 5 minutes just to make sure that it was, properly fried, and so that it will not spoil. I can just imagine eating this with some chilled coleslaw like this. Hey! If you have watched this video up till this point, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment. And this is what the turkey looks like. Would you guys believe that this turkey is not fried? It looks very, very fried. And that is why I no longer fry my proteins anymore. This is what the fried rice came out looking like. Very, very beautiful. And this was the spread. I just plated it into a platter and arranged the turkey on it, and that was it. If you'll be trying this recipe, please let me know how it goes, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.